Hello, hello. Welcome to round 2 of Challenger League, and we've already got someone disconnected. I'm not too sure what happened with that. Either way, we've got 19 drivers, starting us off with our one-lap, one-shot quali here in Innsbruckring for our sprint race. Starts off in the wet, so got a few new faces that weren't driving last week. But it is still the same, few drivers at the top of the field when it comes to CL for now. We're going to get these last single laps in, and it looks like Kato will be leading us off with a 30.265 class of the field ahead of Gorlomi by about 4 tenths. No, 6Y gets in, so it's a 4.5 tenth gap between P1 and P2. 6Y on the front row, driving independently for today. Then it's Gorlomi in the VPT, followed by Kada, Kasia, Matima in P6. There's Alexei Drozdov in 7th, Figuera, Kiato, and Vlad. Any ties? Note from what I can tell here, 0 ties on the grid. I believe Kada, despite starting 4th, will have to start in the back of the grid due to some infractions through his team, unfortunately, and partly due to his own connection at the moment. But so everyone will get bumped up one position. Vlad in P10, Dex Markina in 11th, Pumpkin, Ethan, and Masti Kasi in 14th. Saucy 15th, Juan in 16th, Urist, Puncher, and Hank rounding us off. Let me just grab the current standings. So at the moment, nothing wants to load on my phone, but we might have to wait for someone to nab that in just a moment. Looks like we've just about ready to start us off. Looks like the drivers have finally sorted a little of technical instances as we head into 12 laps. Yes, in the wet, and we're going to go straight on to 5 red lights, and it's 6Y completely off the grid. Oh my, what is going on back there? Massive stall there, Kata getting through. I think, was it Urist or Saucy? Something happened there, and a bunch of cars stalled there, so it's a bad start for the guys at the back. It is Kato leading us away now. 6Y, I believe, is still in the race, but he's at the very back. He might have had a bigger delay there. I'm not too sure what would have happened on his screen, but it is Kato leading, Gorlomi second, Matima in P3, Kasia, Figuera, Vlad, and Dex Markina making P7. Then it's Juan, Masti, Alexei Drozdov, Ethan, Pumpkin, Urist, Kada, Poncho, Saucy, Kiato, and 6Y now in 18th place after starting P2. What an absolutely catastrophic start that was. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe you have an explanation for that, Nuno?
May have just been one driver stalling and everyone else just piling up behind. I think that would have been what happened, and which is possible sometimes, especially with rain. It kind of just makes the game much slower for some players.
Yeah, and it definitely makes getting past some opponents a little trickier. Urist finding some trouble there with Saucy, Kiato losing a couple of places, and 6Y making the move there. It might have been a bit of a rough one though.
Ooh, on the outside of Ethan.
Still a bit of battling between Ethan and 6Y. 6Y very clearly wanting to get rid of a lot of the field at the moment. He's making a few very rough moves. Saucy getting trapped in the gravel trap there. But at the moment, it's Kato pulling away from Matima in P2. Figuera, on his first CL race of this season, is looking to give Raka 2-3 at the moment. Gorlomi still chasing in P4. Then it's Kasia and Dex Markina trying to fight away for P5. It looks like Dex Markina at the moment is a little bit shaky at the moment. We'll have to see if something could stabilize. Kasia is trying to get through that brick wall in the VER at the moment. Vlad trying to get 2 cars into one. It's not quite going to work. He gets shoved into the grass there, running in P7. 8th is Juan. Still trying to... Oh my god, that was a big moment there. I'm not sure what happened with the server. It's really... everything is going off. Kata from the back of the grid is now in P9, followed up by Kiato and 6Y, and Pumpkin behind them in P12. Ethan and Masti, two teammates at the moment, battling on track for P13, and it's Saucy and Urist fighting for 15th now, and Urist is finding all sorts of trouble with Saucy at the moment. Drozdov and Poncho and Hank will be the back of the field at the moment. But yeah, we're just about halfway through the race, and it was a chaotic start, pretty sure, but a lot of smaller battles are really making the shape of the current standings at the moment. What do you think about that, Nuno?
Yeah, it's a completely different race compared to last week, where we saw a lot of drivers with the chance at the front, but now today looks like it's just Kado ahead and putting things together. Big skill gap of a track, I would say, so really normal to just see, you know, the big separations here. Really a lot about pace.
What is going on? What was that? They were off the track for several seconds there. Really big interaction there between the two. Oh my god, a big lag rocket between Masti and Pumpkin, and it's all sorts of trouble for the Norwegian. Oh, what was going on?
He's like rockets there.
Yeah, Kiato really not helped by that. He was a little bit higher up there. I believe he was fighting for P8, but now he's all the way in 11th now. Just finding a way through. He's in 14th, and Masti's losing out just a bit, and so is Drozdov and Saucy behind them. Now in third to last, Kato starting starting lap 9 now, and he's put in the fastest lap of the race on lap 8. That is definitely something to behold. He must have really been holding out on that pace, I think. Very curious to see that happen.
Finding the rhythm now.
In a CL race, when a lot of people don't practice on the wets, it might take them a while to really get the hang of racing these wet laps, and you end up putting a faster lap midway into your race when you actually figure the track out, even though your tires are more worn.
Yeah, that could definitely be the case, and also it's very easy for the cars to slide, and I really think in the wet it really helps to make a lot of these corner cuts a lot better in terms of the overall racing line, especially in this wet conditions where grip is at a premium. It's Massimo and Figueroa lining up 2 and 3. They've gapped Colomi, but they are a long way back from Kato as he's on the start-finish, heading into the penultimate lap now. Golomi, then it's the 2 VEOs, Kata ahead of Deuce Markiner, but they are both finding a bit of trouble to stay on the track, so hopefully they don't lose out too much time and allow Vlad to maybe steal some points for the Bobcat Racing team. It's Kiato finding himself off at turn 3, and it's a lot more chaos behind him. It's 4 cars diving into the turn 4-5 complex. Pumpkin ahead in P9, but it's Juan who's going to come out of this section in that position, heading into the hairpin now. The grip is absolutely incredibly low, and 6Y finds himself running off. That could be huge. Ethan and Cassia pushed all the way wide into that long left-hander. And Urist is also suffering the consequences of those 2 finding contact. It is absolutely going off today. Lexi in P15, followed by Masti, Saucy, and Hank, and Pancho as well. But behind them, Kato, just heading into the final sector of the racetrack here. He is going to be the sprint winner in Innsbruck. And Figueroa will hold on to P2. It's Massimo and Golomi tied up to the line. It's going to be close, but I think... No, they've got a dead heat for P3. That's 2 podiums given at the same time, I believe. Tie. Yeah, 2-way tie for P... Oh, I think Massimo might have... I'm not sure why his Kata's all the way in front there. Maybe because it's a bit of a delay, but Kata should be in P5. Deuce Markiner in 6th, Vlad 7th, and then it's 6Y in 8th. Kiato, then 1 in Pumpkin. I'm not sure why 6Y... 6Y might have also had a big delay because of the start as well, so maybe that's why his timing is also a little bit messed up as well. That we'll have to go to review later to the URA, but for now, we'll just go off. It is Kato in P1, Figueroa and then it's Golomi and Matima tied together on that podium. Then it's Kata, I believe, should be in P5 at the end, Dilksmarkner in P6, Vlad in P7, then it's P8 I'm not too sure about. We'll have to see if 6Y gets demoted, because he was, last I saw, he was behind Kiato and Juan and Pumpkin, so we'll just have to see on the replay how that plays out between a bunch of those drivers between 8th and 12th, I believe, that are behind.
Yeah, go on, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, before we go to the feature, we should maybe talk about Sixy and Kader. Especially Sixy, because at the start, what happened is that he actually stalled. I think on my screen, he actually looked ghosted, which was kind of bizarre. And that's why, like, Saucy and me and others just rammed into him.
Yeah.
That was kind of bizarre. And yeah, with Kader, it's very clear that they have like a huge like delay or like a ping issue.
Yeah, that's absolutely the reason why the timing's off.
Both of them, right? At the start?
Both of them.
Yeah.
That froze up the grid.
And I think that also affects the way that they end up racing, because especially in that last sector, it's actually crazy.
Corvette, can
Yeah,
you scroll
we'll talk about it. Like,
Sorry?
we'll talk about it in the.
I want to take screenshots of the results.
Okay.
Well, the results are going to be different, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, I think
there's a
Matty and
couple
Gorlomi
results.
have tied,
Yeah,
but
there's a few.
Kader was definitely behind.
Kata was definitely P5. I'm not sure where 6Y is between this group.
Can you scroll down all the way now?
60 was like P11, I think.
He was somewhere between P10, P11 area when I left.
Thank
but
you.
I wasn't sure if that changed at all. We'll have to just see the replay. And the timing grid when it all comes to play. But yeah. We're going right back into it. It is time for feature qualifying. Oh, and Kata and 6Y have stalled on the grid, so I'm not too sure what they're doing. No, Kata is definitely... They both have got out of the blocks now. 6Y is sort of trailing. I'm not sure if he's going to get a lap in at all. Kata is off now.
Hatter was typing in chat.
Okay, all good. I was going to say, because it definitely didn't seem like they were delayed at all in terms of like anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Sexy was doing, but Hatter was typing.
Yeah, for sure. All good. Alright, let's 6Y is not getting any lap data, so he has left the game. There you go. That is the answer. And it's a big fat nothing for 6Y as we head into our first lap, since Figueroa setting the pace with a 30.27. Already we've got plenty of drivers faster than the JL pole time, so I believe 4 drivers ahead of that already. Kata in P2, Vlad in P3, and Alexei Drozdov in P4. All under that 31-second barrier that we're probably going to see a lot more times tumble down. A few more drivers improving. But it's still Figueroa in P1, now at the 7.78. It's Kata behind him by 13 hundredths. Then Vlad 2 more behind him. It's Saucy in P4 now. Tied with Drozdov, who will inherit P4 if none of that changes. It's Kato in P6. Can anyone get that last lap done? Figo cannot improve, but Kato does! All the way to pole! And Matimar will be joining a 3-way tie for P5. Wow. So it was 19 drivers going in, it's 18 to start. It should be Kato starting in P1 with a 30.63, very solid time from the Frenchman. Figueroa will join him on the front row, 9 tenths behind. Then it's Kata and Vlad in P3 and P4. We've got a bit of a tie, but I believe it was Alexei who made that lap first. Should be in P5. Then it's Saucy and then Matimar, but we'll see what the game gives us. Golomi will start in P8 with 31.10. Then it's Ethan, Juan, Deuce Markiner, Pumpkin, Eurus, Tank, Kiato, Masti, Pancho, Casilla, And that'll be all we start with 6Y disconnecting from the session. Alrighty, let's see what strategies everyone comes up with. This is looking like a Hard's dominant track, but it's Kato on the soft starting us off, and a bunch of Hard drivers behind him. Saucy on the mediums, looking to get a fast start as well. It's a big little collision as they enter turn 3. Machina is caught the grass like crazy, and 6Y has had a massive delay on his start as well, so we'll have to see.
Oh my god, that's 7 seconds behind.
Yeah. Maybe it was a good idea to have him starting at the back, so it's Kato still leading us. Figueroa trying to challenge him on the harder compound. It looks like he's made the move down into turn 2. Wow. Kato still trying to look into Kato. Oh, big shove there between the two title protagonists. At least I'd hope so for this season. Kato is looking pretty strong as is. He's surrounded by a legion of hard tire runners. Ethan is running in P6, then followed by Golomi, followed by Alexei Drozdov, then Saucy in P9, Kiato and Masti going really deep into that corner. Pumpkin behind him in P12, then it's Urist, Pancho, Dex Machina making a few positions there. He's had a pretty awful start. Dives into the inside of Urist, is looking like he might be able to make the move there, and he does. It was a bit of a shove there, but he's made the move. Pumpkin also finding trouble into that corner. Masti Kasi is just making things all the more complicated for this group. He's really making a big gap there between the next car in front of him. We're going to go back, and it's Kato who's actually fallen all the way into P5 after that start. Really not what I was hoping for, especially starting on the soft tyres. Was really hoping for a quick getaway. But it's Figueroa leading us, and it's Raika Auto 1-2 with Matimar in P2. And Kata and Vlad in front of Kato. And it's Alexei who's moved into P6, Kiato and Ethan, Saucy and Urist holding on to P10 at the moment. What are your thoughts on that start, Nuno?
Yeah, another good start for Kato. Really needed to be leading the way right now, but now just wasting those softs. So yeah, he still has the chance to make the undercut, and if he has good place, that would be great. But certainly on a little bit of a complicated situation right now.
Well, Golomi's actually made a pit stop. He's made a very early stop, and he's 15 seconds down on the next driver. I'm not really sure what happened to him there. He's currently 6. He has the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, Sexy League already up to P13, so they're already caught up to the back markers.
Yeah, it's quite interesting how the softs haven't really worked out for most of the for the few drivers who pick them. The mediums are going hot and cold between a few drivers in the midfield and a few drivers at the back of the field. So lots of hard tyres. And
Kata catching Figo.
Kata is challenging Figo at the moment. Not sure what he sees on his screen, but it is looking quite tight between the two at the moment. Figo still holding the position now. Kata tries to get a good exit, but it doesn't really work out for him. And Figo leads us on to lap 7. Matibar behind him, and Kato is into the pits after 6 laps on those tyres. He is done. He is in for some fresh, hard rubber. And he's going to head out just in front of you. Kato diving past the pit lane exit. I'm not sure if that should be allowed, and he's really compromised the Urus line into turn 2. So could be something to look onto when we get to post-race shenanigans at the moment. Golomi putting in the fastest lap of the race so far at the very back of the field on those soft tyres. Figueroa still in front. Kata, Matimar and Vlad. Kata has actually made up quite a big deal of distance between him and Matimar over the past few laps. Maybe some contact was in play there. Vlad still trying to push Matimar to go a bit faster here as well. The Bobcat driver looking alright. Alexei Drozdov in P5. The hards. Kiato, Dex Machina and Kato fighting it off, but Kato has these fresh hard rubber and he will make that move stick quite handily. Big shove there, 4-car collision between 6Y and Urist and Ethan. It looks like Urist has come out the cleaner of the field there. 6Y really losing up a bunch of positions there. He's back to 13th where he was a few laps ago. We'll have to see how Kato really works out on this this undercut as Golomi finds himself lapped as we enter lap 10. Figure still going, Kata still going, Matima and Vlad have had enough on the tyres, they're in for another set. It's Kato who's going to get that ascendancy with that undercut, but not by too much I'd say, especially with how early the undercut was. He has about 4 laps under on those hard runners, so maybe with the fresh tyres they could make a charge back at him. Deus Machina is hoping not to lose any more positions, but he might find it a bit inevitable with the fresh tyre runners who have been going just a bit faster than him so far. And now Figueroa and Kato has also responded. They're onto the hards, and Figo holds on to P1. That is huge for his hopes of winning the race. Kata into P2 as well. It's going to be a great result for them if they can hold on to the Alexi now, still running on the hards as lap 11 approaches, and he's really fighting hard with Kato to hold on to that position, but he might find it a bit too tough, and he has into the chicane. Kato also has not stopped yet, so he'll be hoping maybe to make it a 2-stop strategy, but it might be a bit tight here. Alexi goes in, Kiato does not. Deus Machina also joins him into the pits, and Alexi has stayed on the hards. Deus Machina onto the medium tyres, 6-way also into the pits for a set of hard tyres, and he's going to come out in P13. Masti Kasi just not close enough to challenge him at the moment. Hank in P15, then it's Pancho Golomi who's caught up despite the extra pit stop, and Casilla at the back. Furthermore, go back to the front. What are you thinking about the strategy now, Nuno? It's big that Figueroa has that position after the overcut.
Yeah, really great, but Kader still managed to catch him, so this really can play a part here, the pace between the drivers, so should be interesting. So I think we might maybe expect Kader to undercut Figu again, but we will see.
I mean, they did actually pit on the same lap. They did go for the overcut compared to the drivers behind him, especially Kato, who made that early stop, and he's really going to feel the strain on his tyres now. Kato making a few mistakes, but the Frenchman is still at arm's length away from him. Matima in P4, still tailed by Vlad, who's kept him honest through most of the race so far. Two drivers just working in tandem to maybe mount a challenge for a podium finish today, though they are quite a fair ways back. It's Deus Machina onto the mediums. He's in P6 and he's running quite nicely at the moment. Drozdov in P7 on fresher hard tyres, but those mediums will die off a bit earlier than Drozdov's hards, of course. Kiato making a bit of an error on those fresh hard tyres he's just put himself onto. He's hoping to make a 2-stop work here, and Saucy is hoping to make a 3-stop work. So two drivers finding their strategies colliding with one another. Kiato getting the best of him at that moment. 6Y is also in that fight here. Fighting on the inside, Saucy. And Pumpkin is hoping to make a move here, but it's just a bit too opportunistic from him. Saucy still holding on to P9, as Ethan is also looking to maybe mount a challenge here. 6Y finding some trouble into the second of those 3 hairpins that end the lap. He's lost the position to Pumpkin, who is now in P10 as those drivers start lap 16, sorry. Let's head back to the front. It's Figo, almost a second and a half ahead of Kata, and it's looking like absolute smooth sailing for the Portuguese-Japanese driver. He's running quite well. Will hopefully see it result in a race win. Speaking of race wins, Kato onto his 2nd stint on the hard tyre and his 3rd stint overall. Again, trying to hope the undercut can manage something for him. I don't know if those hard tyres can make it to the end though. It'll be a big ask to get 16 laps of running on those tyres, so you might have to see him pit onto the softs to end his run and go for a 3-stop. Figure still running hard on the hard tyres, and Kata behind him. Vlad and Matima in P3 and P4, as is Deus Machina in 6th. We've already talked about Kato in 5th. Drozdov in 7th, still running on the hard tyres, and I think he's also going for a 2-stop as well, so maybe that can get him up to P6 and perhaps even more. come the end of the race. Kiato in P8, also on that 2-stop. Have to see if those hard tyres can really hold him on to the end of the race. This 12th lap doesn't look too great, but it's the 13th lap and onwards that really seem to struggle for the hard tyre runners. We see Saucy go into the pit lane for a stint on the medium tyres. Pumpkin and Ethan fighting it off for P9 now. Pumpkin's got the inside and it looks like he's holding on to the position for now. Ethan's still challenging though. He does have weaker tyres compared to his arrival here. Tries to make a move on the inside. Pumpkin's giving him room. And Ethan is going to take it all. Going to go on the inside as we enter the triple hairpin. And it looks like Ethan has made the move done. But I'm not sure how long he can hold on to it with his tyres in that state. It's quite a interesting challenge. Both go wide. Both still side by side as we enter turn 3. And it looks like Pumpkin gets the inside there and is looking to take this challenge away.
Nice sneaky move there.
Yeah, nice opportunistic move there from Pumpkin, using the chaos to his advantage, and so will Urist here. Ethan finding himself losing 3 positions in the space of half a lap there, and it's even more trouble.
Sexy digger!
Oh my god, 6Y. Ethan goes wide! 6Y finding a way through the chaos. Urist still challenging here, and that is Ethan into the pits now. Let's go back to the leaders, as Figueroa is just about to finish lap 21. No, he's into the pits now. He's going to hope for 11
right
laps
behind.
On the hards.
Which they work pretty well, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Kata also...
But it's going to be a... I think Kado is going to be behind Kado right now. Yeah, this could be big. Like Kado has a bit older tires, could be a problem for the Colombian here. So this could be really, he's playing to the hands of Figueroa, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kato, I think he's just out of race winning contention at the moment. He has to make another stop. These hards are not going to make it to the end, and he's still got 10 laps to run here. It's Figueroa by 2 seconds from Kato, from Matimar in P4. Then it's Vlad Drozdov, who will hopefully be making a stop here. He does make that stop, and his final stop onto another set of hards, I presume. And it's Kiato inherits P6, but he will still have to stop. Dukes Markino has made a recent stop on the hards, but it will be interesting to see if he can hold on to the end of the race with them. Drozdov onto that fresh set of hards will be hoping to go to the end, and Pumpkin will be needing to make a stop as well. Saucy as well on a very used pair of medium tyres. Ethan on fresh hards, and Urist on fresh mediums are battling it out for P10. Ethan pushing Urist wide. It's a bit of a tussle as they enter the chicane here, but Ethan has found himself out of grip and onto the grass. The Urist will take the position here, and 6Y is looking to make it a 3-car affair. Really tight.
Ooh, 3 wide.
Oh my god, 3 wide into turn 1, into turn 2. 6Y comes the brunt of it. He had nowhere to go, and neither did Urist there in that position, but it's going to be Urist holding on to P11 as those battles are really heating up. It's been heating up for the whole race. Ethan and Urist and Pumpkin as well has been quite the entertaining battle throughout the race so far. Hanka P14, then Skolormi, Masti, Casilla, and Pancho at the back. Pumpkin is heading into the pit lane. Saucy is still going on the mediums. I'm not sure what the strategy is here. Urist and Ethan catching up there, and 6Y on the hards, Pumpkin on the mediums. We'll see if he can make some moves towards the end of the race, and we'll have to see if Urist's mediums can hold on come the finish in just 7 laps time. Oh my god, big lacquer rocket there, we caught that in full. Ethan and Urist finding the wall before that hairpin. That is a huge, oh my god, it's still going! Oh, dude, Ethan in 6Y now. That is massive. And Ethan is just finding all sorts of trouble holding onto the tyres and holding onto the grip levels as we'll head back to the front because Matimar has just gotten past Kato, who's made a stop for the soft tyres. He's only got, I believe, 6 laps to run on them, so I'll be hoping to snatch back that P3 from the pole. But it's Figueroa leading us away. 3.5 seconds, closer to 4 seconds ahead of Kato. Matimar and Kato finding ourselves fighting the neck, tooth and nail through the hairpin, but it's no contest. medium worn, about like halfway through hards versus fresh soft tyres. Kato taking P3, Vlad behind in P5, then Stakes Marketer and Alexei Drozdov 6 and 7. Kiato trying to challenge for that P7 here. Alexei needs to keep it clean in order to get to the end unscathed and keep that P7 for himself. Eurus now leading a group for P9. It's 6Y trying to push into the inside. He just finds no room there. He's going to hold on to behind Eurus for now. But Eurus mediums are really going to struggle for the last few laps here. 6Y just trying to hang it onto the outside into that hairpin. And it's not going to work out. He loses the ground in P10, but he's behind, still in front of Ethan and Pumpkin. We'll be hoping to make a few moves there. Ethan goes a bit too deep into that corner. That was all of his own. And Pumpkin will take that P11 for himself. Saucy also on the fresh soft tyres will be hoping to get into this mix here. He's ran very long on the medium tyres to make this soft stint possible. So we'll see if he can claw up some positions at the end of the race. For now though, it's Figo just 2 laps, two and a bit laps away from the finish. It's Kato behind him. Kato has broken away from Matimar, but he's a long way back from Kato. It's not going to be doable for him to get anything better than P3 today. And then it's Mati in P4, as I said. Vlad, Dex Marketer still running quite cleanly in P6. It's Drozdov in 7th, still holding off Kiato for the time being. I'm not sure if there was any contact there. It's Kiato running a very slow lap, so it might have been a bit of problems for him there. Might have missed out on that. 6Y in P9, he's broken away from everyone behind him, and Saucy has broken through 3 cars in a single lap, so he's into P10 now, and Eurus is really struggling on those mediums. Ethan trying to... Oh my god, we just saw that.
Ooh, another lag rock.
Another lag rock between Eurus and Ethan. At least it was
They were not
on
gonna
a
love
less...
to see each other after the race.
Yeah, they will not be happy on either side. Between Eurus, Paul running on the very old mediums, and Ethan really trying to push for every gap he can. It's even more trouble here.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, it keeps going. Saucy.
Also, Kader getting really close to Figueroa, but not close enough as Figo just taking
Figo has taken the win there. Kato P2, and it's going to be Kato in P3, Matty 4th, Vlad in 5th. Dex Marketer is still running, but he will finish an excellent P6. Then it's Drozdov who will hold off Kiato for just long enough to finish P7. Great result for him. Kiato in P8, and 6Y who will hold on to P9. And it looks like Pumpkin has broken away from the pack here. Saucy in... So yeah, Pumpkin in P10. It will be 6Y in P7. Sorry for the timing delay here. Saucy in 11th, Ethan 12th, Eurus 13th, Golomi. Then Masti still trying to get past here. Hank might be able to make a move at the last corner, but he just doesn't have the grip for it. It will Masti in 15th and Hank in 16th, and Cassia just finding a way in 17th, and then Pancho will be our last finisher in P18. What a race. Wow.
Yeah, Figo and Kader, I think it's between Kader and Kadul who should be, I think, leading the standings after this race. As Figueroa missed the first round, and Sexy Digger not really having the dominant performance that they had in last week.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get too many points here, so it should be Kato leading the way in the driver standings. And it's interesting to see how this will change up over the course of the next few races, of course. Dex Marketer with a good result. Drozdov as well as a good result, P7. Just ignore the fact that 6Y should be in P9 there. But yeah, some surprise results. Vlad's still very much competing well. Matty still challenging, but it was Figo just class the field today. Kata with a real scare late, but wasn't able to be close enough when it really counted there. It will take a good chunk of points there. P2, it will definitely serve him well for the standings overall. But yeah, that is all for today. We will see you in Czechia for next week. This round, I think we're going to Autodrom Most, so one of the premier circuits in Czechia. We'll see you then next week. For now, that is all. Thank you for watching.